Did you know a Hindu goddess inspired one of the most iconic rock and roll logos of all time? Welcome to Two's Studio. Today, we look at the story behind the Tongue and Lips logo from the legendary Rolling Stones. It was 1970, the psychedelic rock era, and the Rolling Stones were already one of the biggest rock bands in the world, 8 years after their formation. Their rebellious image and raw blues-infused rock music helped define the 1960s, placing them alongside other iconic British invasion bands like the Beatles. As they prepared for their 1970 European tour, they needed a new poster. However, they were dissatisfied with the designs offered by their record company. So, the Royal College of Art in London received a call from the Stones, saying, would a student go along and talk to Mick Jagger about a forthcoming tour? One of the tutors recommended a master's student in his final year, John Pasche. Pasche and Jagger began discussing ideas for a fresh tour poster. Both shared a love for illustrative tour posters from the 1930s and 1940s, particularly French ones. After a few weeks of working on the tour poster, John presented his ideas to Jagger, who liked them but encouraged him to refine them further. Pasche didn't give up this big opportunity. He worked harder and came up with a new design. The band loved it, marking the beginning of their collaboration. After the success of the tour poster, the Stones sought a logo for their newly formed label, Rolling Stones Records. This time, Jagger invited Pasche to his house and expressed his desire for something bold and standalone, something with a timeless quality, similar to the Shell logo seen at petrol stations at that time. During their conversation, Jagger showed John an image of the Hindu goddess, Kali, with her tongue sticking out, which he had reportedly found in a local newspaper. This image sparked the idea for the now iconic logo. Kali is a significant goddess in Hinduism, primarily associated with time, death, destruction, and the fierce protection of the innocent. Often depicted with multiple arms, holding weapons, and standing over the defeated, she is seen as a destroyer of evil and a symbol of divine feminine energy. Kali's tongue, a key element of her iconography, is widely interpreted as a symbol of her uncontrollable power. Some narratives also view it as a metaphor for cosmic cycles and feminine energy, symbolizing both destruction and creation, while others associate her tongue with a moment of shame after stepping on Shiva in her fierce dance. However, to John, the image of her tongue sticking out symbolized anti-authority and bold femininity, qualities that perfectly resonated with the rebellious spirit of the Rolling Stones. Pasche began sketching a tongue, producing several versions, before settling on one that encapsulated both the boldness of youth and the Stones' anti-establishment ethos. The band also loved that design, while some later speculated that the logo represented Mick Jagger's lips and tongue. John has explained that his design was more about capturing the energy and rebellion of the time, and he just saw it as a woman's tongue and was focused on its bold red color as a visual factor to grab attention. The iconic logo made its debut on the inner sleeve of the Rolling Stones' Sticky Fingers album in 1971. Soon after, it was stamped everywhere, from t-shirts to lighters, cementing its place as the permanent brand identity of the band. Pasche was paid just £50 for his work at the time for the initial design, and £200 for additional works, including other tour posters. Pasche continued to work with the Stones until 1974, contributing designs for major tours like the 1972 American Tour and the 1973 European Tour. The logo's significance goes beyond its association with the Rolling Stones. It endures because of its adaptability. It has appeared on concert stages, been animated in music videos, and featured on digital platforms, and even has its own statue. In 2012, to celebrate the Rolling Stones' 50th anniversary, Shepard Fairey, the iconic graphic designer behind Obama's Hope or Obey posters, reinterpreted the Stones' logo, placing the tongue logo at the center of his design. Today, even young people who weren't around when Sticky Fingers was released wear this logo as a popular fashion item, and the tongue and lips continue to embody the rebellious spirit of rock music. Which other iconic designs from the music industry do you think we should feature in the next episodes? Subscribe to 2 Studio for more videos exploring the designs that shaped modern culture.